Doing some upgrades. Now we'll see if my measuring's correct. I'm gonna think not. So that thing's coming in the shop next. It's gonna get an engine swap. Well guys, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all. Welcome to Hartung Family Farms. And today, we got some shop projects we're gonna be working on today. It is Saturday, February 12th-ish, something like that. And we're gonna be mainly working on the shop. So what we got in the shop right now, we got the 706. It's getting an engine overhaul. I'm actually not even sure what's wrong with it, but oh, might even be getting a new engine. No, it's just getting overhauled. Kind of see that's what the inside of an engine looks like. It's a gas engine, tractor split. You can kind of see there's your main engine output. Transmission's right here. Got it supported by our A-frame on one side and a stand on the other side. So our 706 is in here, but we also have our 1840 skid loader. That's in here as well. We had a bearing go out on it. Kind of see your bearing, your wheel essentially would go on right here. This attaches to the main skid loader. This bearing actually went out. And when that happens, you can kind of see, you'll notice that the tires are all straight when that happens. One of the tires gets cockeyed, and yeah, it's pretty noticeable when that happens. But I'm also going to be bringing something else into the shop. Going to be bringing that bale mover in because I got that hairline crack that I noticed when I bought it. I knew I had to get welded on at some point. So we're going to go ahead and do that today. I'm going to go bring that in here, start to get it warmed up, or at least halfway warmed up. Still kind of cold in here. I thought they'd be a little bit warmer. But I'm going to bring that in here. Hopefully I can squeeze it in. I think I should be able to, especially if I bring it like right here. Move some of that stuff out of there. Bring that in, and then go over and get some steel cut out for me. Then come back and we'll start welding. So let's get going. So all I have is a 2-inch ball. I'm actually gonna move it with the skid loader. Oh, let's stick the ball on. Pretty sure that gooseneck is 2 5/16. That's the size of ball, but don't have that right now. Not gonna move it very far, so I'm hoping this will work. Let's try it. I'll hop in there, bring it over, and pull it in the shop right after I kind of move some stuff around. Well, hopefully I got enough room in here. We'll find out. Woo, it's cold today. It's windy. Balmy 10 degrees. It was like 40 degrees yesterday, 45. So we got a lot of snow and stuff that's melted around here. What do you do? So I'm actually going to take and weld some of these angles on there as well. And probably, so that'll help kind of brace any of the bales. That's what I'm thinking for that. There's plenty of scrap and stuff around here. So we'll make something work, but like I said, the two goals are to reinforce the frame, because I had that hairline crack where the horizontal beam meets the vertical beam of the gooseneck, as well as kind of put some resting pads to the bales so that way they can stick better in the hills. Alright, here we are, trying to take us out of this frozen, bumpy stuff. Driving our SV340 skid loader with a pallet fork in the front. Man, this is really vibrating. Never noticed that before. Let's hook on. Doing some upgrades. So I got it out of the kind of rocky, not rocky, but uneven mess. So like I said, I have pallet forks, the ball on there. That thing's what's actually holding the gooseneck in the air. And when I did a thorough inspection, I really did, all the welds for the most part looked pretty good, except for right here. Started to see some cracking, and then on the other side was even worse. This side you can actually see some daylight. You can kind of see that's all cracked out. So we're just gonna grind this smooth, slap a plate on there, call it good. Same thing, grind this smooth, slap a plate on, call it good. Let's go get this thing in the shop. Well, got it up to the shop. Let's open the door and try to get this thing in relatively quick. Step it off first. Before I open the door and let heat out, make sure I can fit it in there, which I should be able to. I just stepped it off. It'll be tight, but I think we'll be able to get it. There it is. We'll let it warm up. I'm gonna go down to the local machine shop, get some steel cut out. Thinking just like an 18-inch by 18-inch triangle, so that way we can take an 18 by 36 square, cut it in cut in half. We'll slap it on there. Let's go. Might look goofy because I'm about to paint it black afterwards, because you never want to keep bare steel out in the elements. It'll rust even faster. So I'll paint it black, and I don't know, we might just have to get that whole thing repainted at some point. We shall see. I'll go put this thing back. It's cold. Ooh, you want to know one thing I haven't done in a while? Drive around our dealership. See what else they got, what all they got new on the lot. We'll just make a zigzag real quick. Buzz on through here on my way to the machine shop. Got a 1596. That's a newer model. It's not brand new. It's a used one. They took it on trade. Brand new V1300 on tracks. I really like that. I think our next cart should be a V1100. I don't think we need a 1300, especially one on tracks. That sounds pricey. A 657, which would be really nice. But again, I don't know if, yeah, I think we're gonna find a gravity wagon. I don't know if we'd ever buy a new one. It's probably not worth it. A used Frontier / J&M grain cart. A couple other older grain carts. Corn head, chopper heads. A couple 1255 planters, 1250, 1255 planters. 12 and 16 row. Neat. This shed they got right here stores all their combines. They don't have any combines in the lots right now. Stores all their combines and more higher priced equipment. Got some balers, windrowers, some hay equipment. Nothing really too fancy and too new. Yeah, we'll go down this one. We'll go down the front. There's this used FR 600 forage cruiser chopper, which looks pretty nice. Be curious how many hours are on that thing. We're kicking around if we want to trade in our chopper or not, but trade prices are ridiculously high right now, so I don't know. We shall see. A couple Flagle chopper wagons. That's a push cart, I should say. That's a mirror spreader. A couple rakes, disc binds. Corn cracker, a corn mill back there. A 95A farm-all tractor. And a flare bale spreader, or not bale spreader, yeah, bale spreader. That thing would be really nice. That way we could basically take our corn stalk bales, run it through that thing, process it up, and then shoot it into the yard without really having to go through it. That'd be pretty nice to do someday, but I don't know if we'd ever buy one. We're really in the mindset of you use what you got. You don't need to go out and buy fancy tools when you got something that you already have that can do the job. What I say by that is our loader tractor does a perfectly good job taking the bale in there, shaking it and spreading it out. Yes, it takes twice as long, but it's free. We already have it. K-Steiger 540, AFS Connect one, it's pretty neat. FR 550 forage cruiser, in for some winter maintenance. So we'll drive out back and see what we see. Ooh, a brand new New Holland triple mower on a triple mower. A T8 410 Genesis, so that's got the brand new monitor and stuff in it. It's a I don't know if that's a brand new tractor, but it's under 2 years old with a nice triple mower. You can knock down a lot of hay with that thing. And out back they just have some spare tires, a couple corn heads that have yet to be PDI'd or pre-delivery instructions. So before you deliver it to the customer, you typically have to do stuff between you take it off the trailer, the semi that hauled it here, and giving it to your customer. A couple planters, a couple drapers, bean heads I should say, a corn head. Really just miscellaneous stuff. They got a Turbo Max they have to put together, it looks like. So a vertical till, kind of like that. Grain cart. Baler, new baler. Yeah, nothing too crazy. Brand new corn head. Brand new case corn head. Nothing too fancy, but worth a stroll, that's for sure. So, all right, now we'll head to the machine shop. You know you're going to a good welding shop when they got plenty of projects sitting around, like a grain cart, semi, a couple wagons. Let's go say hi and go get some steel. Simple enough, in and out in 5 minutes. All we did was cut a square and cut in half. Pretty easy. Having a guy that's very handy with a fab shop real close, invaluable for a farmer. Especially for guys that don't buy stuff brand new every year. Invaluable. In there he was working on a semi, had a grain trailer in there, had another grain trailer sitting on the side, grain cart. He's got plenty of projects. That's how you know you got a good fab shop. So now that we got a new spray tender trailer, and it's not as big a capacity as, in my opinion, what we need. I was talking to Pat, and he's willing to potentially upgrade this setup. So we used to use this as a holding tank. It's a 2,500 gallon cone bottom tank. The tank is perfectly fine, but the issue is this cone bottom tank is rusted out. We don't trust it when you put, you know, 25,000 pounds of water in there. So I am looking for a manufacturer that would manufacture cone bottom tanks within a couple hours of Clinton, Iowa. If you guys know of anybody, comment down below. I'd really appreciate it. I'll get some specs and whatnot, but it literally just looks like I just need a regular cone bottom tank. I'll go get a tape measure and go measure real quick. Any comments, I do appreciate it. Comment down below, email me. So the tank is about 84 inches in diameter, and we just have, it looks like they just have a ring around the outside. So, and if you guys know of any manufacturer that can make a cone bottom tank that's 84 inches in diameter and 130 inches tall. Ouch, that's about how tall the cone bottom tank is. Really appreciate it. Thank you guys. There goes Curtis. Not sure where he's going, but he's going somewhere with the loader. So here's what I got. 2 triangle pieces. I'm gonna slap them on there. So I'm gonna go ahead and probably start taking the grinder and grinding some of those welds flush, and it's almost time to eat. So I'm gonna start grinding these welds flush. Go ahead, grind this so it's smooth. I can slap that on there and we'll re-weld. And then I'm not sure what we're gonna do. Might just have to grind this down a little bit more, because I'm not gonna be able to go down as far as I wanted to, because I got this piece. So I'll either make a notch into there so I can go all the way down to the bottom, or I'm not sure. But either way, I'm gonna start grinding that flush. So Pat just swung in, just spoke with the boss. Here's what we're gonna do. So instead of grinding this down first, we're actually gonna re-weld it to basically make this joint solid again, and then grind it flush and put that on. I'm gonna notch it so I can actually have the gusset go all the way down to the bottom here and go almost to here. So that's what I'm gonna do. So the plan for right now, I'm gonna wait till Curtis is done. It's almost lunchtime, but we're gonna weld this, grind it all flush, and then slap it on there and weld that gusset. Gonna take this piece of scrap that we got, set it so it's flush like this, weld on the top and on the bottom, and see what it does. We're only gonna do 1 per side, so we're not gonna put it on all 12. So we'll see what it goes. But now I gotta wait for Curtis to get done bedding. How do sparks taste? Just trying to grind this little jack handle crank off, or rack it off. There we go, we just got it off. So it was right there. Now I'll grind all that smooth, and then basically grind out a path of where we're gonna weld. You never want to weld on rusty material, so I'm actually gonna grind that rust off. Essentially in a triangle of where we're gonna weld. So now it's time to eat. Grinding that smooth. Time to go up and grab a bite to eat. Then Curtis and I are gonna get hammering on this. Hopefully be done in a couple hours. Be done by 3, hopefully. Curtis and I went down to the South Farm. We're basically borrowing a argon tank for our welder, so that way we can actually get some welding done today in the MIG instead of using the stick, which I am horrible at a stick. So we're gonna head back now. We got the tank in the back. We'll go get some welding done. So that gas tank we grabbed was empty. So welding's not gonna happen today. We're gonna have to get some more argon on Monday. Basically what that gas is, we have a MIG welder, and that gas helps, if you didn't have that gas, it would basically, your weld would have a lot of bubbles on it. It wouldn't look nice and smooth like this. It would just have a lot of bubbles on it. That gas, I'm not sure exactly the science behind it, but I just know it, makes your weld smooth. So now I'm gonna go ahead, notch out these two parts, and probably head home. So 2 o'clock or so, that's what I'm gonna do. I hear the bud man just rolled in. He came down, he's coming down with the feed cart. They are going to go ahead and put a couple scoops of feed, 1 bale on top, and my dad's gonna bring that down to the cattle. And of course, I don't see him driving. Let's walk over and I'll give him the camera. It's so freaking cold out, I gotta run to stay warm. There he is. Our nice feed cart. Noisy feed cart. Now I'll go ahead, I drilled the hole, so now I'll just kind of take from the tangents down this way, and hopefully it'll work. Having a plasma cutter would be really nice at this point. We're just notching this out to kind of avoid a gusset.
If you remember right, I had some problems putting a bale on here, and then the bale would slide off, so he made me some shanks. The bale slides out and hit this and stop. Getting it up so it's bud friendly. Gotta be bud friendly.
Now we'll see if my measuring's correct.
I'm gonna think not. I mean, I think it is.
Would you look at that, bud man? We got that weld in the seam, so it's not gonna sit flush right now, but that'll work.
It'll work. Okay, one down, one to go. Okay, the reason why I'm down here is because I had to come get some feed. Not too bad out here. It's only about 13 degrees, so not bad. Could be worse. But it's supposed to get cold tonight. It was cold last night, cold tonight, cold tomorrow. Come down and get them a good treat. That way they have it ready to go. I'll go back and show you my cart. Filled up, ready to get back to Bellevue to the cows. They like that kind of stuff. So, ooh, a little windy out too today, I guess. I'm really happy with the cart. I'm just not happy with the tires on it. So, but we're working on that. Get a good deal, get some different tires on this thing, and rock and roll from there. But anyway, here it is. It's got some feed on it, so these cows are going to like it when we get up there. When I get up there, I'll put another bale right here. That way they'll have two bales to work with, and then we'll go from there. So, pretty happy with it. Truck needs a bath. We actually wrap these bales wet on purpose. For some reason, it sure stinks, but it's kind of like candy to cows. They really like this wet stuff. Like I said, I'll put another bale on here with this bale here, and they'll eat this bale gone first before they'll eat the bale in the back. Bale these on purpose wet. You can see them over there, they're wrapped. When I come down here, we just cut the wrap off it, put it on there, and away we go. I'm going to head back in to see Ron, and I'm going to head north. Next week there's talking back in the 40s, so heading today, and then 20s at night, so that'd be good. We should start calving here pretty quick. Sounds like probably this weekend yet, Sunday or Monday, we'll start calving down at Pat's place, and then the whole show starts. Then we have lots of calves to go. Probably about 2 weeks, so we'll bring the 48 we got up in Bellevue, we'll bring those down, run them through the vet, preg check them, and then we will put them down at Pat's too. That's where we calve them. And then when he gets 6-8 of them ready to go, we'll start bringing them back up to Bellevue. And then eventually there'll be 48 to 50 of them back up in Bellevue. So, vicious cycle. You know what, you got the bud man from Hartung Family Farms. Stay warm, stay dry, stay safe, and remember, play nice.
Well, I've done about all I can do right now. Cut the handle tab off, got the notches in the gusset plates. So now we just need a weld, so we'll slap these. Well, sorry, I lied. We're gonna weld, like I said, re-weld where this cracked, grind it smooth, slap the gusset plate on, then the structure will be good. And then we're gonna stick those little angle iron pieces on the ends, and then that'll be good. So, like I said, definitely not as productive as I thought it'd be today. It's almost 2:30, but we got quite a bit done, or at least we're ready to done. It's mid-February. We got time. Trying to get these small stuff done in this little bit of shop while we can. So hopefully this week we'll get this thing welded up here, and this should only take an hour or two. Got to fix that bearing and got to do a little welding in the 1840 skid steer. Got to get the 706 finished up. I believe we were just doing an overhaul, so gasket sleeves, all that fun stuff on the 706. And then we're also going to bring the 560 in. Those of you guys who don't know, the 560 has been sitting outside in the pasture with a blown engine for the last 2.5 years. We finally found an engine for it, so that thing's coming in the shop next. It's gonna get an engine swap. Sometimes I really wish I was full-time on the farm, because stuff like that would be freaking cool to work on. Doing an engine swap on a 560 International tractor, McCormick tractor. It's even before International. So that was, I think that's our tractor's like from the 50s or 60s. I'm not even sure, but either way, it's cool. So I can't be around for that, but hopefully I can be up here in the next week or two and see it in the shop, kind of torn apart. But anyway, enough yabbering. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much. Take care. Take it easy. Ta-ta for now.